when we talk to this lens nowadays, our culture is now being seen by many people outside there. People know our culture. Now, you see, for example, I was telling you before, you see now we are naming our kids English names, Arabic names, Chinese names. But the other ones, they are not naming their children our names. Now, who is losing who? We are the ones who are losing. So we are the ones who are losing them. So this is the Education City tram. So it operates inside this Education City. Now it has come here to wait. Oh, this is the end where it ends. Yeah. In case you are new to this channel, give the video a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Yeah. And also you can donate anything you have to the channel. Support the channel. Yeah. QB254 is our channel. And the guy you're seeing on your screen, my name is OLY. Yeah. So this channel, we kind of share memories, past, current, future. Yeah, you don't know how the memories are. Memories are supposed to be preserved. Memories are very nice. It's nice to preserve your memories. Yeah. And some things in life you regret, some things in life you pleasure more. So today I'm just on a freestyle. So the best thing now, we have these platforms where you tell your own story and put it out there. You don't let people to tell your story. You know, before people will tell you a story and it will be full of distortions because you had not recorded it and there was no reference to it. Or maybe some people, you know, some people, we could not be having that might power to write books and publish those books where we could put our biographies or what. But this emergence of internet has assisted us, some of us. Right now we can take a camera. Also we have now smartphones, if you have a smartphone, where you can document your stories, everything you do, document your life. Even if your future they come, they don't have to struggle. How was our dad? What was our dad doing? What was our brother doing? They just, as a click, they just go online. They find everything about you. But before, it was full of distortions. People will just put lies. Yeah. I remember going to someone's funeral, and the history that was being peddled there was just petty lies. Yeah. Because you don't tell your story, people will tell out your story and it will be full of distortions. So they destroy your history. It's not well preserved. But now in this day age of, you know, we are in a digital era, you preserve your history, you preserve your stories. Yeah, and we thank having these platforms. So for me, there are some things I regret. So today I want to share them. First, guys, we need to grow up in the number of subscribers. Also, don't, when you come across this video, just don't watch for 1 minute. I see you guys only watch for 1 minute. I want you to be watching it for the whole video, man. If you watch for 1 minute, how will you understand the video? You just watch the introduction and you leave it. Even if it is boring, support your boy, man. What is needed is your dire support, man. Your support is what we require. And you feel so happy. We feel so blessed. Yeah. Blessings come out. Blessings coming my way. You see those blessings come my way. Blessings are nice, man. Yeah. They make you jump. Yeah. Sometimes you sleep like a baby. Yeah. So a story is well told by you. Don't let people tell your stories. So these stories are somehow these stories we put across, most of them are somehow to entertain, to educate, yeah, and also to inform. Yeah, those are the three things on these stories we make. For example, today I wanted to talk about what I regret in life. So guys, one thing, you don't choose where you are born. That is something you cannot choose, but you can regret where you are born. I find it funny though. How can you regret where you were born? Sometimes you find us regretting why we were born in places like Africa. But Africa is a very good place. It's just that people demonize it very much. But Africa is a very nice place. I don't regret. In fact, I liked Africa so much. Africa is a very cool place. Africa is a place devoid of any drama, devoid of any scandals. Yeah. Like, for example, this kind of hot weather. I've never experienced it. In fact, in Kenya, we have a very nice weather. So that is one thing I don't regret being born in Kenya. What I regret, there's something I would like the spirit of, what the spirit of preserving our culture. Our cultural practices, I would like first to document those cultural practices when I go there. Those cultures need to be preserved. They don't need to be destroyed. For example, naming culture. We need to preserve our naming culture. We need to have a sense of recognition here as Africans. But you see, we are changing our naming demographics of the name changing. You find that before we used to have African names, but people are now even their kids are now having only English names or Arabic names. So for me, for the spirit of Africanism, I'm against that thing. Why are we losing our culture? Why are we embracing other people's cultures? Yet we have our own culture. We have our own distinct languages. We need to have our own languages that should be national languages. Like, for example, a language that is ours, not other people's languages. A language that unites us. Yeah. So that is one thing. Also, what I regret about is this thing of being born in the cities. That's one of the regrets you can regret, because being born in the city, you are exposed to other people cultures, other people. You find some kids from different traditions, so you find that to come to a place where you what do we call it, I forget the name, you come together, compromise, to come where you can compromise. You find that these kids, they forget their different cultures. So they say it's oneness, but it's not oneness. You need to preserve your culture, because the next generation wants that culture to continue. You see, it can get lost. That's why we have this, for example, this kind of this lens. When we talk to this lens nowadays, our culture is now being seen by many people outside there. People know our culture. I will be sharing those cultures. For example, when you are born, we have this naming culture where I'm trying to tell you my culture, naming culture. So that is what I was telling you, naming culture. That is one thing we are losing. We used to have our own traditional naming cultures. But now you see, for example, I was telling you before, you see now we are naming our kids English names, Arabic names, Chinese names. But the other ones, they are not naming their children our names. Now who is losing who? We are the ones who are losing. So we are the ones who are losing. Them, they are not losing. For example, you find that religion has changed so many things in us, because we want to say we are following too much religion. But one question I would like to ask you guys, people like Korea, yes, they have religion, but they don't change. You see them using English names? They're not using English names. They're still using their Korean names, even though religion is there. Even a Chinese, even if he or she changes religion, he will still continue using the Chinese names, the Korean names. Yeah. Check the Indians, check all those guys. They don't change that naming, but we are the ones Africans now changing naming. Now another thing also we came about is our culture. We come about, for example, after naming, we come about, let's say, language. For example, if these kids who are born in the city, they say it's harmonious living or what. Some of the kids born in the city, their parents are teaching them to speak English, and also the children are forgetting even to speak their mother tongue. So we need to emphasize, we need to have those, preserve those local dialects. They are nice. They are our identity. Yeah. Because, for example, go to Europe, you find that Portuguese, they speak their Portuguese. Yeah. They don't change because of what? Go to Italy, they speak Italian. Yeah. Those guys don't change. They speak their own languages and preserve it. But how come we I'm not against people speaking those languages or understanding them, but where you start from, don't forget. Maybe your dialect, your local language, speak it. What is the regret? I regret why we are losing our culture. Something we should embrace. Yeah, these kids, our future generation. So if we start erasing this our history, or our past, our present, so our future will be doomed. Yeah. So this problem is affecting too much Africans. So guys, because I was born in the city, I struggled with now learning those languages. And I had such that urge to know many. So this led me to learning to speak three or four native languages. Because when I was born in the city where I used to only to speak Swahili and English in school. So I reached a time I said, no. Some places I usually go, these guys don't speak these languages. What I do? In fact, when dealing with old ladies, old men, so the place I used to go, they forced me. And I used to talk with kids. They're the ones who taught me so those kind of languages where I used to go. So I was so much happy because I find a small kid speaks the native language, but for me, I'm big. I cannot communicate in that one. So it was a challenge speaking with people in the villages where I used to go to doing my things there. So that is one thing we guys should be there to preserve. That's why what I regret so much. Yeah, I regret not knowing those things. Before you continue, man, hit that like button, hit that subscription button, and also there's one thing you're gonna do. You know what you're gonna do next? If you have even $1, you can go donate, man. Yeah, check the links in the description. If you have something you can donate to support the channel, no problem. The channel will grow up. Yeah, so that we can continue and have that urge to bring you nice videos. Yeah, like today is what I regret. So another thing I regret, I'm talking as me, is about, I've talked about language, naming. Those are things I regret. I think I regret that we are forced. So guys, we are forced so much and we are getting lost. Another thing is respect to the old citizens. Nowadays you find that some of this young generation, they don't respect the old. We used to get advice from the old. The old would advise us, do this, do that, and we would listen to them. But for us, we would not listen to them. For example, me, I'll receive advice from those guys who are senior citizens. They'll tell me, do this, do that, do that. But because I'll view myself that I know, I'm Juaji, I know everything, I'm Mr. Know-how. So this problem of me being Mr. Know-how also affected, because I came to make some decisions that were wrong and ill-informed. Yeah. So those ill-informed decisions came to haunt me. And I was being told by the guys who are above me, don't do this, don't do that. But because I, Mr. Know-how, you cannot tell me anything, I ended up not listening to them. And I regret it because I did some bad decisions. Up to now, they are haunting me. You'll just come to know of those decisions one day. You know, these stories need to flow. No need to force them. They'll just flow. There's a building coming up here. I like these stories to flow. Yeah, when they flow, they are very sweet. So there's one thing I see here. It's a caravan. It's a camping caravan. Yeah. This one is complete with everything. Generator, everything. So when you go camping, but this is something. This is municipality. So maybe this one for there, maybe. So this is Minister of Municipality, Al Rayyan Municipality. So these are the offices here. Municipality offices, they are here. I never knew. So let's continue. Yeah. Let's first leave this side, we go the other side, then we continue with the stories. So guys, one of our culture practices that still stand the test of time, but now is being abused by both men and women, is marriage. Marriage was sanctified so much in our traditional society. Even now, marriage is still the pillar of society. But one thing, when ladies will reach 18 years or 20 years there, men 23 years, men were supposed to get married, and everything was done to that. And furthermore, those days, there was nothing like a man wants to become rich, wants to drive a car. A lady wants a man who is financially stable. They would look for a man who they will build a future with. So nowadays, this thing of I want to have a nice car like this one, I have to have roti maguta. I want to have a big mansion. So guys, someone is building a mansion of 10 bedrooms and he's having around maybe one kid. So you see, it does not make any sense. So this thing of roti maguta, this means roti maguta, this means those prime lands and these big houses, these big mansions and nice car, very flashy lifestyle is what we are running for. So for me, I regret that age of 20 something. That is the age I should have been able to start a family and be able to continue and raise my kids that time. But I forced myself into looking for those money that I'm not even getting up right now. Here come, here go. Here come, here go. You find that 5 years have even passed. You are still single. The money you are looking for, you have not got. Those cars you are looking for, you have not got. So some things you ought just have to do them, not even looking about what we are now doing nowadays. We are so much occupied with material things, even we forget about the number one thing in life, that is family. So you see, that is one thing for me. I blame myself also, and I regret so much. Right now I should be someone who's having a family settled down, but look, I'm regretting, making a video of regretting. Yeah. So these are the type of things we are talking about. Oh, this our story is a fort. Yeah, it's a fort. Yeah, fort interchange. This is a fort here. You see, it's just been made like it looks like a fort. It looks like a fort, but I don't know the name of this fort. But I don't like this kind of content. I don't like going into museums, fort. Yeah, because I remember one day I was near a museum and they were saying it's free entrance. But I don't like making those museum content. I don't know, I don't like them. I like even sitting down doing a video while sitting down. Some of the hard things I encounter. I like content that I make noise, hear noise. I want to be lively. I want lively content like this one, where I can walk in the streets, yeah, see cars, see what, yeah, explore. I talk to you. The inspiration comes like that. Yeah, most of the inspiration, in fact, these things for me, I don't even plan them. When I'm just walking, the inspiration just comes by itself. You find me myself just making noise on this camera, and the best thing is that I have this camera. I work with it. When I feel like something comes, I record. That is what the inspiration I get from walking. Fort interchange. You see, this is a fort, and there we have a stadium. Oh, this is an interchange. Yeah. So, as we continue, let's first cross this road first. Yeah, we can run before this bus comes. So guys, one thing, do give the video a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Also donate to the channel, man. Channel is still low and we need the channel to grow. Yeah, the only problem you're having now is finance. How you can finance trips, how you can do what. If you do something for us, we'll be happy. One thing, I have a dream now to be able to get money and start documenting some of those things when I go back home. So these stories, documentaries about what, there's something I would like to show people, to showcase different cultures. I relate them with normal life and see what has changed. Talk to people. Yeah, these are something, and you guys, you can support me, you can assist me doing such kind of things. And I was hoping to do those things now, but I have some constraints. But you, my fans, loyal fans, I know you will help me. If you come across this video, watch all of it, and also don't forget to subscribe and also to comment. Yeah, my number is on the description button. You can WhatsApp me anything there. My Instagram also is there. So guys, thank you very much. Meet you next video. It's me, OLY, in this channel of QB254. Miss you, I love you very much. See you next time. Ciao.